class 8. We are going to start from unit number 5, exponents and radicals. An exponent refers to the number of times a number is multiplied by itself. For example, 2 to the third means 2 is being multiplied 3 times by itself and the result is 8. 2 raised to the power 3 doesn't mean that we have to multiply this 2 by 3 and the result is 6. No, it's not the case. Keep this in mind that the exponent of a number represents the number of times a particular number has been multiplied. Okay? Now when it comes to radicals, a radical or root is the mathematical opposite of an exponent. The smallest radical is the square root represented with this symbol. The next radical is the cube root represented by the symbol right here. Then there is also 4th root, 5th root, 6th root and so on. And the small number in front of the radical is the index number. The index number can be any whole number. Now in this image you see 27 is called the radicand, 3 is the index and this symbol is the radical symbol and this whole thing is called the radical. Now part 1 is third is a square root that cannot be reduced to a whole number. So basically there are radicals like square root of 2, square root of 5, cube root of 7 or 5th root of 9 and so on. These are the radicals which cannot be reduced to rational number. That is, they do not give a terminating or a non-terminating recurring decimal. These radicals are irrational and thus they are called surds. So basically surds cannot be reduced to a whole number. Okay. Now part 2 is the reciprocal of 1 by y, 1 upon y is y upon 1. Okay. The third power of the base 5 is the same as 5 raised to the power 3. Means we have to multiply 5 by itself 3 times and the answer is 125 of course. Part 4 is x raised to the power 1 by 3 is expressed in the radicand form as cube root of x. Part 5th is a base raised to the power of 0 is equal to 1. Yes, this is the thing which you have to remember. Any base other than 0 raised to the power of 0 is always equal to 1. Now true or false? Part 1 is square root of 8 into square root of 6 produces a surd. Yes, square root of 8 does not give a whole number. Also square root of 6 doesn't give a whole number. So yes, it produces a surd. It's true. Every irrational number is a surd. No. False. Every surd, all surds are irrational numbers, but not all irrational numbers are surds. Okay. Now part 3 is the product law of indices states that a raised to the power m into a raised to the power n equals to a raised to the power m into n. No, it's false. On the contrary, it equals to a raised to the power m plus n. Okay. Now part 4 is when x raised to the power 3 is divided by x raised to the power 5, the answer is x raised to the power minus 4. No, it's not the case. It's false. Also part 5 is 5 raised to the power 4 and this whole thing raised to the power 2 is equal to 5 raised to the power 4 plus 2. No, it's not the case. We have to multiply this 4 by 2. This is the rule of indices, multiplication rule of indices. Okay. So now question number 3 is express each of the following as exponents. So in all parts of question number 3 we just need to express them as exponent. Part 1 is square root of 3 into square root of 3 into square root of 3 into square root of 3. So basically there are 4 square root of 3 now. So we just need to write it as square root of 3 raised to the power 4. That's it. To rest of the parts yourself, same strategy will be followed. Question number 4 is state the base and exponent in each of the following. So we just need to tell in all parts of question number 4 what the base is and what the exponent is. In this part, square root of 3 is the base and exponent is 4. Do rest of the parts yourself. Thank you.